Terry, I think we got Fulton Sheen.
Yeah, we do. I was just going to say, let's bring the smartest guy into the room. Full steam ahead. Jess, this applies to what you just said in the commentary on the first reading of Colossians chapter 2 about evil. Bishop Sheen says, and think about it, there's evil in the world. And just let's be honest, we're going to talk about it in a few minutes. There's evil in the church. So here's what Sheen says. The evil which God permits must not be judged by its immediate effects, but rather by its ultimate effects. When you go to a theater, do you not walk out because you see a good man suffering in the first act? No. You give the dramatist credit for the plot. Why can't you do the same with God? And I say this because so many people have left the church because of scandal. I'll just be honest. It's evil. McCarrick, Exhibit A. But you don't leave the church because of bad example. So Sheen is saying that, yeah, we have, God permits evil, but he brings good out of it. Now, and my take on this, Jesse, I believe we might not see it, but years later, they're going to come back and say, man, there were some great saints that brought the church back into orbit, brought it back to its feet. And it's because God will allow us to be purified, and that's what's happening right now.
That's right. Terry, I want to talk a little bit now about similarities between Cardinal McCarrick,
the evil Cardinal McCarrick,
Teddy, Uncle Teddy, ex-Cardinal, should I say?
Yeah, ex-Cardinal.
And the pro-abortion unelected President Joe Biden.
Right.
I wrote a few notes here on my own. Then I'll mention some stuff that's from on this article.
Sure.
But here's what I wrote, just examining both of their lives. Both of them are baptized Catholics, but both of them are dissenters. What does that mean? They dissent from the teachings of the church. Both of them are modernist Catholics.
Of course.
Yeah, and which is basically the same thing as a dissenter. A modernist is basically, you know what, the church's teachings change, and we're just going to adapt the church's teaching to the spirit of this age. Both of them, Biden and McCarrick, by the way, they're friends. They knew each other. They're good friends. Biden and McCarrick were both careerists. All they care about, Terry, is climbing up the ladder. They are careerists.
Show me your friends, and I'll tell you who you are. Continue, please.
Yeah. And these are just the notes off the top of my head. Both of them, McCarrick and Biden, are lovers of money.
Oh, yeah.
Greedy, avaricious men. They cannot have enough. Both of them, Biden and McCarrick, are friends of communists.
Yep.
And have parlayed deals with communists. And finally, both McCarrick and Biden, and these are just things that I've just noticed, and I've just jotted down these notes, both of them are sexual predators. I don't think anybody can argue with what I've just said.
But the facts, it's the facts, Jess. Give them the facts.
Yep. So, these two, these two American Catholics, their careers, they're basically pro-abortion. I mean, Joe Biden's openly pro-abortion, and McCarrick was just underhandedly pro-abortion, Terry.
Yeah.
And we know that because, again, a lot of these prelates, like McCarrick, would just pay lip service to it.
Yep.
But the fact of the matter is, here's something that just shows the true colors of McCarrick. McCarrick even protected pro-abortion Biden.
He did.
When he could.
He did.
Yeah. Sexual predator McCarrick protected the unelected Joe Biden when the head of the Congregation for the Doctrine of the Faith, Cardinal Joseph Ratzinger, who later became Pope Benedict XVI, he wrote a letter, Terry, to the U.S. bishops that the U.S. bishops were not, N-O-T, not to admit to communion politicians
very clearly
that just like that were in grave sin,
right,
who supported the killing of unborn babies. By the way, Biden fits that definition hand in glove.
Oh yeah.
Now, so what did McCarrick do when he was in power? And he was still one of the big shots here in the U.S.
He lied. I'll just say it that way. Go ahead.
That's right. He lied for politicians like Biden.
That's right.
By ignoring the important parts of Cardinal Ratzinger's letter, and he told the bishops not to obey or ignore the church, the Catholic Church's law.
Yep.
And so again, McCarrick and Biden have been friends for a long time, and McCarrick tried to run interference for Biden, which tells me, Terry, that McCarrick, I don't care, who ordained him and wearing a mitre and all that stuff. This man was pro-abortion, Terry.
Yeah, and that's just the facts, Jesse. And again, we have a man who says he's Catholic, and I don't doubt that he, prays his rosary. I'm serious, Jesse. He says he prays the rosary. But here's the bottom line. He beats to his own drum. His religion is, he's the Pope. He's his own Pope. He gets to decide whether I want to, do a wedding for homosexual men and say, that's fine, I'll do those. He did those at the White House. But, Jesse, what really blows me away, and this article points it out, it's very embarrassing that Vice President Joe Biden did some horrible things to women at different parties, and the Secret Service, on condition of anonymity, the agent asserted that they had to cancel, cancel the VP Christmas get-together with Vice President Biden's house because he would do horrible things to other people's wives.
He was always touching their wives and girlfriends.
Exactly. And this has been going on for years.
It's called groping.
Groping, yeah, that's a good term. He was groping them, and they never could say it because they'd lose their jobs. Yeah, but he'd lose their job too, Jess.
Oh, yeah, because they're nobody. They're just the hirelings for the president, so they're going to complain, hey, the vice president is groping my wife and girlfriend.
But I want to say this.
You're fired, dude. Get out of here.
But Judicial Watch, who I'm a member of, Jess, I hope you are too.
Yes, I am.
Good, because they filed a lawsuit after this. The Secret Service failed to respond in 2012. All this is going to come out. You know what, folks? Jesse, I'm just going to say it right now. If you don't have buyer's remorse for voting for Biden in this last year's election.
Well, I didn't vote for him, so I don't have buyer's.
I don't have a buyer's remorse, but somebody must have it because this guy's a disaster. Continue.
Terry, and I'll tell you something else also about Biden.
Tell me.
Yeah, all these things that were, man, this guy's been a careerist for 50 years.
Yep.
And I'm going to be honest with you. Yep. I don't think, Terry, he's going to pay for anything in this life.